the Only Leeds Bros show.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. This is the match build up, this time Coventry versus Leeds United, and we face an old foe, Dylan, in Frank Lampard. I'm really looking forward to this one. Dillo, we'll touch a little bit still on Cardiff. I'm obviously still riding the crest of the wave after Cardiff. I'm just keep thinking back of the buzz that I had at Ellen Road. I still feel like I'm going on my holidays. Have you calmed down after that one?
Just want to shout us out there. If I do call for anything like that, lads, I will be putting my mic on mute. Not well again. Just throwing that out there. The old asthma is back, and I'm struggling to breathe at the minute. So you'll have to bear with me. I just want to throw that out there. I'm currently off work as well. So look, we're gonna make it enjoyable the best we can. Yeah, sorry, Darren, but as far as I'm aware, no, the train ride is still going. I'm still on it, and I don't hope to get off it anytime soon. Phenomenal, wasn't it? All joking aside, to see that go down, apart from the win and statement and get promoted to the Premier League, just as a whole for Leeds United, that's a history maker right there. It was a great side to play, a great team line up, great players to be involved with, and as I said, it feels a bit more special for myself because, well, I knew as well because I was part of it. We were there to see that, and it was just highly unexpected, to be honest with you. Now I know people say, "Oh, we should be beating it like 5-0." You know, and then obviously in the back of our heads, well, especially mine anyway, that Leeds win, you know, or Leeds way, sorry, that this could end up being, you know, a 2-1 lose. But we didn't. We smashed them 7-0. Absolutely buzzing. Proud of every single player that did come on. As you said, like even to rate them, everyone got 10 out of 10 in my eyes. I thought they were all phenomenal. The fans itself, it was funny, you know. The South Stand were giving it loud and proud. Yeah, absolutely buzzing with the win. It's a statement. And I'd like to think, it sounds a bit cringy when I say this, but I'd like to think every team now that we come up against at home or away are kind of spooked and have that kind of, oh my God, you know, to see exactly what Leeds United are capable of doing. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, me too. Like, it feels like one of them, like it doesn't feel real or something like that. Even though I went back into work today and a lot of the lads were, you know, kind of saying, Jesus Christ, like what a game to go to. And it's kind of only setting in now that, like, you were there. Like, it's probably once in a lifetime thing. We've seen, like, the last time we done it was 52 years ago. And to do it when we were there at the game was just absolutely remarkable. But it's one of them where you kind of can't really rest on your laurels because it's straight over to the next one. I would have liked, you know, kind of like a week gap between to kind of, you know, keep kind of looking back on the highlights and stuff like that. But we look straight forward to Coventry now tomorrow. The big game, like we said, Frank Lampard's Coventry, like he's gonna have them up for it. They're on fine fettle. We will get into them a little bit more as we get into the video. But yeah, tomorrow again has that kind of feel to it. An away fixture, a side that are in good form, a potential banana skin, but it still has that feel that we have more than enough quality. If we go out and we do our job on the day, we can beat anybody, Dylan, can't we?
Yeah, once the team is picked right as well, and the boys that are on the pitch have that kind of motivation and confidence, and you know, as I said, going in tomorrow, I'd like to think so, and I really do think, like, sounds really harsh now, and I hope it doesn't happen, but and I don't believe it's going to happen, but Leeds shouldn't be losing this tomorrow. That's a statement. 7-0. You know, we go in here now and we win again. Now, you know, it could be at 1-0, but it's really making an impact. It's a series, probably the best scoreline across the championship this season, and probably will be for probably a few years. Yeah. You know, it's very, it's not seldom you see that type of scoring. It's not seldom that Leeds score that many goals either. So, yeah, no, it's a statement. I'm loving it, but I'm chuffed with the overall performance. You know, like even down to Joel Pirro, yeah. Lads, Nanto getting his goal, Joseph getting his goal. You know, we could sit here genuinely and talk about this all night because just everyone knows right behind the dugout as well.
It's such a buzz, and then like that, it's like it could have been more as well, couldn't it? When you're watching it back and you're seeing some of the chances that we did have, like, it could have easily been 10. Like, it was just remarkable. And like that, obviously, if anyone hasn't seen, we have a new segment here on Only Leeds Bros called OLB Reacts, and it's a segment that we're going to be doing going forward, where we're reacting to everything Leeds United, where it's going to be from all games, interviews, transfers, and some of them might be long like that one, because we really wanted to make that one a long video. Dylan did me to really encapsulate that brilliant Don Revie team, and the last time that we won 7-0 was just, it was great to comment on it and see, you know, what that players, because obviously it's before our time. There's some people and some subscribers, you know, that do follow us that we've seen today that were writing on it, you know, saying like that was a brilliant team, like I was there, I was 10, I was 9.
To hear that they were there.
Tony, big shout out to Tony, said that we bet Man U the week before that as well, 5-0, and it's just, yeah, it's great to look back at it. And obviously we're Leeds United fans now in the present, but I'm one of them fans. I'd love to look back on the past, you know, what we done, what we accomplished, what we achieved. Because really the reason why I'm a Leeds United fan is because of that great team, because it gave my dad a book, and then my dad gave me the book, and then my kids have the book. So I look back on that team, even though I wasn't around at the time. I look back on it with fondness, you know, happy, like, and like you can see by the video towards the end that we're just completely lapping it up, and to be involved in then the exact same scoreline, you know, 52, 53 years later at Ellen Road on Saturday, was just, yeah, it's one of them where it kind of just, it gives you goosebumps, and it makes you proud, you know, to be a Leeds United fan, and look, we all always will be, but yeah, remarkable. Like what you said, like once in a lifetime situation. We obviously walked out of the Mill Hall when we're going to get the taxi to Ellen Road. The Forest were 5-0 up by the time we were going into the ground. We were after winning 7-0, and we obviously said to each other, Jesus, like, that's once in a lifetime score, like, brilliant, 7-0, not knowing what we were just about to win and witness, you know, before our very eyes. Brilliant seats, halfway line, great company. It was just, yeah, like, what a day all round, and it's something that will last me forever. In 50 years' time, we'll be telling my kids and my grandkids about the day. It was at Ellen Road, we won 7-0 against Cardiff, like, so, yeah, just proud to be a part of it, proud to be a Leeds fan. It's just, yeah, remarkable. Dillo, we will get into a couple of comments anyway before we dive into Daniel Farke's press conference, because it's an interesting one, a lot to do with obviously the transfer window that we need to delve into. It's something obviously that me and you, we don't really get too much into on this channel, the transfers kind of situation, because of this reason. You can kind of get very, you know, upset about it when we don't do things right, but we will delve into it a little bit, you know, kind of get your thoughts on it. Should we have done something? Do you think we're going to be okay? But we'll get into a couple of the comments. First of all, Danny from TalkSport is here as always. Do go check out Danny as well, lads. He is back doing his videos as well. So go to check out Danny in Danny TalkSport. He says smash a like and subscribe. So please do that, guys. Amy Clark is here. She says evening all. And John Redmond said, good evening, lads. Hope you recover from your 7-0 drumming. Won't be like that tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't think so, John. But look, at football's a funny old world that you just never know. You never know.
I'm doing it 8-0.
Be nice to get a 7-0 win against Frank Lampard, Dylan, wouldn't it? That would just be unbelievable.
Pure crumble.
Absolutely unbelievable. And John says, hope you're okay, Dylan. Darren Daly is a big fan of the channel. Do talk to Darren quite a lot. Use our super conventors. I think it's meant to be creators, is it? But I love that picture of Darren as well. The Leeds short and the Guinness in it. Absolutely love that one. Who scored the goals in the Cardiff net? All of them, Danny.
Half the team did.
In fairness to the big shout out to the Cardiff fans as well. They took it well. They start singing that as well with the Leeds fans, and obviously Leeds fans were chanting "There's a long way to Cardiff when you're shit," and the Cardiff fans joined in with it. Just, yeah, brilliant. I think if we were Leeds fans and that was the other way around, we'd be doing the exact same thing as well. So brilliant. And there's did you see that young lad? I think it's Cardiff City TV. The young lad that did the match day vlog. Brilliant. There's something like 70,000 views on it his day out at Ellen Road, and he met Angus Kinnear. But class, absolutely class. Dylan, go check it out, his day out at Leeds, and he just, yeah, he's taking it so well till it gets to like 5, 6, 7-0, and then he absolutely loses it. Danny says last time it happened 9 years before I was born. God, I feel that it's a lifetime ago, and once in a lifetime what we done on Saturday. Sean from Wilco White says, evening lads, no pyro, no party. That is true. No pyro, no party, Dylan. And we were giving out about him a lot, weren't we, before? Like, not giving out, but we were kind of saying...
Never gave out about him every minute.
You did. You want the Joseph to start. I want the Joseph to start, but my God, the Joel Pirro proved us wrong. And that's what you want, Dylan. That's what you want from every Saturday, isn't it? Just going out and doing that. 3 previous games before that, he was way off it, wasn't he? Really, like, he was poor. I remember when I was seeing the team lineup coming out, and I was sitting beside Mick, and the two was just on and said, we can't believe he's starting Pirro again today. We really thought it was going to be Joseph, because Joseph was kind of doing so well coming on. So it just shows that we actually know nothing as Leeds fans. We can all say, think he should start, think he should be dropped X, Y, and Z, but Farke sees the guys training, so it was the right call for me, 100%. You think you're bad, Danny? I was 16. Jesus, John. Yeah, you've seen a lot then, buddy. Jamie is here. Jamie was on our channel there the other day. Big up, Jamie. Evening, lads. Hope you're all both doing well. We are doing well, buddy. Leeds United are back tomorrow, so how can't you be? Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds says, "Hey up, lads. Hey up, Matty. Hope you're keeping well, brother." And Sean McAteer says, "Seen that young Cardiff fans vlog yesterday. It was very good. Brilliant vlog. You have to go check it out, lads. Absolutely class. I think the square ball gave him a mention as well. It was class. Burnley are winning 1-0. I don't know. Gee, yeah, nothing new there. Dillo, let's get into it. Daniel Farke's press conference then today, very kind of heavily dominated by the transfer situation or lack of transfers. Get into it. Let us know what he said, buddy.
So the first question, obviously, lads, straight away off the bat was basically he doesn't have to talk about the transfer window anymore. And what did it entail? He basically said the main topic from our window and the outcome is trust this group of players. It was a group of players because we're sitting top after 2/3 of the games of the championship, and I don't see why this squad should not finish in the top position. Mad statement to throw out, but look, however, that's the way that he's going to go with. He was asked then about the business of the 7th of January window, and he has touched on it before about January. You know, I think we all know it's very dead in the water. It's hard. Prices are up. You know yourself. He doesn't like to do late business because of a lot of madness and craziness. Player agents could be offering a contract to a player set that is going out. And then he also said, which I had to take a quote because I think it's quite funny. His quote was that a player would say, "Oh, it's a childhood dream to play for this club." And he doesn't believe in this, which is, you know, to be fair, it's cliche when you do see a new player signing for a club. Oh, I always wanted to play here, you know. Anyway,
Yeah, it's all the time, isn't it?
you know what I mean?
It's like we always hear is that, oh, once Leeds United come calling, you just can't say no.
Yeah. If the money's right, you know. He said he would rather do a healthier, proper, and with calmness and 100% convinced and not be overpaying for players. Fair enough. I touched on Liverpool, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, basically stating that they are top of the league and they didn't do any incomes. Now, lads, that's a bit of a wild statement to make on my behalf. I'm going to be honest. Completely different.
It was like he was using it as an excuse, Dylan, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
I love it. I love the confidence in him there. He's comparing us to Liverpool, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. But unfortunately, we are in the second tier of English football. We're trying to get out of this.
He's basically, for me, he's turning on this where, like, I disagree with him. I'm probably a little bit disagree with you with this one. Like, he's obviously using Bayern Munich, from his homeland journey, saying they're top of the league. You know, they didn't need to bring in signings. Like, they're two totally different situations. Like, do you know what I mean? It's Bayern Munich. Like, they're heavily involved. Like, you know, the front heavy, a lot of players. Like, do you know what I mean? 2 seconds.
The old thing's going off there. I can hear it.
The old Bluetooth wants to come on. Yes, he was obviously very heavily like speaking about, you know, other teams who, like what you said, they were top of their respective leagues and saying, well, look, they didn't bring anyone, but this is Real Madrid, it's Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like Liverpool as well. Like, it's a bit of a wild statement, and like, you know, to kind of compare, and where last week he's kind of contradicting himself, obviously speaking about, you know, the 3 positions that he did want to bring in, you know, in a centre back, in a striker, in a number 10 as well. So for me, it was a little bit wild when he came out and said that. I just thought there was no need for it. Like, I just think you just turn around and say, look, we tried to get the business done. I know we're not going to take it well, but you just turn around and go, yeah, it was one of them things that we didn't get going. But
one of the reporters did say, though, you know, considering that is a bigger squad, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, much more fluent, bigger squad.
And so, take into consideration as well, they've less games as well than us.
Yeah.
Do you know, I mean, this is a 46-game season, as well as your league games, as well as your FA Cup games as well. Like, and I know, like, Bayern Munich, you know, Champions League and stuff like that, but they've a massive squad, like what you said there as well, so they're able to rotate. For me, I just thought it was a wild statement. I just think Farke should really kind of hold his hands up there, not trying to make any excuses and just say, yeah, look, it did for us. But I don't think he done himself any favours coming out in the previous press conference. You know, got us all excited. Let's all not be wrong. We were all very excited when he came out and named the 3 positions. All the content creators, all the Leeds fans were talking about, geez, Farke's after coming out and naming them. Like, you know, we all kind of got excited saying Leeds are actually going to do something in this transfer window. And didn't, and that's why I think he kind of built the expectation up talking about it, you know, to be absolutely smashed out of it yesterday. And we just knew, and it's obviously one of the reasons why we kind of said, and we had a chat when we started up the channel, it's just something that we're not going to get involved in, is the transfer situations and the speculation, because you become very kind of annoyed and, you know, upset about transfers. And I'm kind of just got myself to the stage now, being a Leeds fan, if it happens, it happens. Still have an opinion, thinking, you know, we need a centre half or we need a number 10 and stuff like that, but actually kind of delving into it and, you know, checking out transfers and rumours and stuff like that, it just isn't something that, like, you kind of want to get involved in. But I'm gonna stick with what I said, Dylan, when we spoke about this back in November, and we spoke about it a lot when we were going through that little bumpy patch where, you know, Aronson wasn't playing too well, and we said that we needed a number 10 when once January comes, and there was a couple of murmurs kind of saying, well, look, you know, we have players that can do X, Y, and Z. Then when it turned to Christmas time, we were all turning around saying, yeah, definitely need number 10, definitely need number 10. And we were all saying it. I definitely wanted a centre-half. The centre-half was the big one for me. And I'm just worried now, Dylan, that last year we only brought one in the door in Connor Roberts. And it wasn't enough to get promoted out of this league. We've seen everybody else around us, Dylan, doing what they had to do to strengthen their squad. And I know, and I still believe, no matter what anyone else did, I still believe that we have the best squad in this division, without a shadow of a doubt. But there's times in that's not enough, that you just need to cover yourself. And Farke did a little bit that you just don't really know what's going to happen down the line. We could get an injury. What happens if we do get an injury to Joe Rodon, you know, long term? Again, you're kind of moving square pegs and round holes. Ampadu has to go out there, strike. You know, we know his injury record. I just have this awful feeling that it's not the end of the thing with Strike as well. So I just feel like we've left ourselves a little bit light, and it's something that we've said that we wanted to leave nothing to chance. And I really, really hope for the 49ers that this goes well. I really, really do, because to me, they've gambled on not doing it. They really, really have. We have to get promoted out of this division. And even Dylan, I even think if we don't get automatic promotion and we drop down into the playoff places, there'll be a lot more from Leeds fans again. So let's hope it works out for them. I really, really hope it do. But I just feel like we've sat in our hands again this January window, and we've not done enough when everyone else around us has tried to strengthen.
He did kind of, the impression I was getting, because that we are top of the league, we didn't necessarily have to use January, considering if we were in a healthier position, which we are top of the league. But he also said, does that guarantee us success? No. But so why didn't you go out and just make sure, you know, to get the players that you did need? But moving on, anyway, he did say, we're happy we didn't lose any players. There were of our own, there was offers that came in, but they done their best to block them, and they've clearly done a great job at that. One of the reporters said, you know, even a loan move for whether it's a number 10, centre back or a striker, the positions are where you're going to cover. I'm going to use the centre back as a what he said here. So if he had to get a centre back loan player from a Premier League top tier club, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, etc., how could he give them game time, considering he couldn't drop Rodon, he couldn't drop Strike, and he couldn't drop Ampadu, all going well. So I could understand that. But then he was asked about the 10 one. Well, not necessarily, but to a certain degree. And I think that was the one for me that, you know, maybe should have been pursued a bit. But then he did say he did look at it, but the price wasn't right. And then obviously, you know, his 3 checklists that fact was quality, price, and you know, so he didn't go with that. But he said that he did look at permanent transfers. And then a lovely quote that I got. He says he wants to work for a club that builds success and not buys success. And to me, that made me feel a little bit better, reassured me to a certain degree. But maybe, considering we fell short last year, you know, there's always going to be the doubt in the back of your head.
There's always going to be the doubt.
Yeah.
Take 2 for he says here, Dylan, and it's obviously like this is kind of where I think some fans, you know, don't agree in this. He's obviously said not having doing business in January should be taken as a positive, not a negative. We've got a mega strong squad, and just one injury within 2/3 of the season. Well, we've had a couple of injuries, buddy. So we've obviously had Fairpost being out for a bit. Ampadu got a big one. Gruev got a big one. We've seen an injury to Strike as well. We've seen Max Fober having his issues with his injury as well. We've seen Bogle out for a couple of games as well. Look, it's going to happen through the season. We've seen Patrick Bamford out through a couple of games, a long stretch period. And I do think that we do have a strong enough squad to get out of this division. Don't get me wrong, 110%. We do have the best one. I just feel like that 1 or 2 injuries coming through the business end of the season when the games start coming thick and fast, start getting more competitive. There could be a couple of injuries there where I think we might have left ourselves down. But look, at only time will tell. Might look back and say, yeah, 49ers got it right. We didn't need to spend that money. We kept it. Or we could be looking back again in May and going, we never strengthened in January, and that was our Achilles heel. And that's what I just didn't want us to do. I didn't want us to leave anything to chance. I didn't want to, you know, give it a 50-50 opportunity to get it right and get it wrong. I wanted us just to go and make sure, you know, whether it was a centre-half, a lone centre-half, just to bring him in, you know, just as cover there. You know, a number 10 as a loan again, if we could do it. I wasn't asking for Leeds to go out and spend, you know, hundreds of millions of pounds, you know, and break the bank and go over financial fair play or anything like that. Absolutely not. But just be shrewd in your signings, you know, make sure you cover yourself enough. And that if Daniel Farke is saying it, you know, it has to be true because he's obviously alluded to it. you know, we are light in them positions as well. So, look, yeah, only time will tell. Let's just hope we don't get any bad injuries. Let's hope it's kind of all plain sailing, which probably never is as a Leeds United fan. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting.
Look, I didn't sleep last night and I won't sleep again tonight. Not only because of my asthma, but because Leeds United didn't sign any players. It's always going to be, you know, so I was looking at Flight Tracker as well at one stage. I think we all were, to see who was going in and out of Leeds Bradford. But moving on anyway, Bamford is the only one that's missing. No shock there. Max Wower is back in training. Strike, he did say, obviously came on for his cameo, but I kind of got the impression that he wouldn't be forcing anything on him. He just basically said we'll wait and see. Brendan Aronson, lads, about that 10 position, he did say Brendan Aronson, he's not concerned about his fatigue. I don't know how anyone wouldn't be, considering he runs around like a headless chicken and does a lot for this team, don't get me wrong. But he also said, look, we can't control injuries or suspensions. So yeah, that one, just that the 10 is really what's kind of bugging me. I don't know about you, Darren.
Yeah, look, that's what I think so as well, Dylan. Look, we do have the players to fill the gaps in there, the square peg around the hole. When you look at the looks of Solomon, like, he's a very good square peg to put in the hole. I mean, he can definitely do it. Ramazan, he can do it. I believe Nato can do it as well. I believe Nato will be very good in that number 10 position. So we do have options there to do it 100%. But I'm only going off what Farke's turned around and telling us that he doesn't have a replacement for Brendan Aronson. We've heard him saying that in the press conference. So you can only go off by what the manager tells you, because he's going to be the one picking the team. You know, whether he believes someone in there could do it or not. And in the summer, he obviously touched on that he wanted a 10. We didn't get one. He's touched on it in this January window. He wanted a 10. We didn't get one. Look, it's just going to be one of them. Look, you'll have a lot of people saying, you see it there in the comments, people saying, yeah, look, we've had all these injuries, we're in the top position and it's brilliant. I'm not being not being negative about it, but I just have that fear of God that what if it does happen? What if we do get
it will happen. It's going to happen.
But what, like, it's like, what if we do get an injury rolled on? Do you know, what if Strike does relapse? You know, what if Aronson does this? And that's kind of the fear that I have in me. It's just, we shouldn't have really left it the chance. Oh, Jesus, I hope it doesn't. We don't want it to happen. You know, we don't want any of our players to get injured, but this is football. Suspensions and injuries are happening. It's part and part of the game. So yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting one. I feel like we probably should have just covered ourselves a little bit more. I'm not going to, flip flop on it and say, yeah, we're grand, because I've been banging the drum before the January window open that I thought we should have done a little bit. I'm not kind of sat in our hands. So it's one of them things where, yeah, time's going to tell.
Yeah, definitely. Last thing, you just said about Coventry going into the game, obviously, with Fat Frank going into it. We know Coventry are in a good position to consider, and I know you're going to probably call out their scores there now in a second there. A brave side, and we are aware of their setup. Home and away, they take their chances.
Yeah, that's kind of brings us on then to Fat Frank's team tomorrow, Dylan. Coventry City.
I love that you came with me on the Fat Frank one. I love that.
Obviously, that's what he's known as now. So opposition watch, lads. Coventry City tomorrow. Decent side, 11th in the division. Only 3 points off the playoff positions, Dylan. So a real opportunity for them tomorrow. You know, real kind of carrot dangling for them to really push themselves up there and, you know, be in with a show. The last 5 results, they've won 4 and only drew 1. So the 2-1 loss, the 1-4 and 1-0 loss, 2-1 loss to Norwich City away, 1-0 win at Bristol City, a 2-0 win away to Blackburn, and which we know what Blackburn have done to us this season. That's a really, really good one away at Ewood Park. A 2-1 win at home to Watford, and a 2-0 win then to Swansea City on the last outing as well. So decent side there. 41 goals scored this season against Leeds United, 60. They've got 38 goals conceded against Leeds, 19, and their key players has to be Hadji Wright with 7 goals. You've got Ellis Sims, we know what he can do as well. Done damage to us last season, he has 4 goals. And you have Jack Rudy as well, who has 8 assists for them, and then Ben Sheaf as well. So they definitely have a lot of talent across this team as well. And then it's also in the dugout with Frank Lampard as well, who's going to have that little bit between his teeth against Leeds United tomorrow. Are you confident tomorrow, Dylan?
I'd like to think so, lads, after a 7-0 win. I am. I definitely am. I don't feel any... The only thing that's going to show me off is because it's a midweek game. But not so much Frank Lampard. I think Daniel Farke is a better manager overall. I think, I don't even know how Fat Frank is still managing a team, if I'm being honest with you. You know, I think he's an absolute joke to the management. Don't get me wrong, a great player, but a shit manager. Let's be honest, lads. He's dirt. He's pure dirt. Well, now, lads, I think Leeds will be full of confidence going into this. every player that they get a goal, they're going to want another one, aren't they?
Mm.
That's the way I'm looking at it. You know, they're going to want to be bouncing back off that. So yeah, no, I'd like to think so. Quick tempo football. That's the way we should be building up going into this one. Look, the window's over now. We have to get on with it and just pray and hope that no injuries do come in. Hope he sets up with the right team, and then as I've been banging that drum there all season, I want to see rotation. I think every player on the squad needs to be used to their full potential. Yeah, that's why I'm not worried for probably for a while now. I'm actually not worried one bit. You?
Yeah, I'm not. I think like probably the 7-0 win on the weekend probably gives us that confidence, you know, going into the game, and especially because a lot of them players got the monkey off their back. You know, Pirro was obviously pressure's kind of starting to mount on him after the poor performance the last 3 games. He did brilliantly well. You know, Nanto getting his goal as well. Great to see Nanto getting a goal, Dylan. I really want to see him come into his own. Matteo Joseph getting on the score sheet as well. Ramazani was very unlucky. He looked lively as well. Aronson was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. When you see him actually live and you just sit and watch him, like how he gets about the pitch, absolutely brilliant player. So yeah, this squad should be just oozing, you know, with full confidence going into this game tomorrow. But I do think Coventry do pose a threat. We've seen that over the last couple of games. They're a decent side, can do damage to us as well. And then we still kind of have that, you know, away kind of record there, you know, kind of hanging off us. It's not fully 100% right. And look, it's not going to be, because our home record at Ellen Road is absolutely outstanding. If our away record was anywhere near like our home record, we'd have this league home and hosed already. So yeah, look, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. I think it's a big one, and especially midweek games, we always kind of tend to be a bit of a nutcracker for Leeds United. You know, it always kind of seems to be the ones that are a tough kind of test. But I'm interested to see his lineup tomorrow, Dylan. I'm interested to see what he's going to go with. I think we'll probably see a bit of rotation tomorrow. I really do. But I want to see Rotwell and Tanaka in there, because to me they're just class, absolutely class.
Undroppable, I think, the two of them. Definitely, it's gonna be hard when Strike is back full fitness and starting games, because he said it in the press conference as well. You know, Ampadu was definitely his favourite player in the squad. Look, he's a great player, but I don't know. Like, it's just, I think we're so used to him playing when he was injured. Sorry, the Rotwell and Tanaka duo and Strike and Rodon. But I don't know. Like, I want a rotation, but I don't want that rotation with Boyum and Gruev. I think it's too defensive. Yeah. If anything, we just want to kind of get this goal girl.
I think surely Fairbaugh has to start. He has to go Fairbaugh, doesn't he?
Darn, he was quality.
Fairbaugh was brilliant. Yeah, 3 assists. He was so good. Just gives us so much more. You know, he's so much more expansive from the left back position. I mean, love Sam Boyum to bits, but yeah, I don't think he can replace what Fairbaugh can give us going forward. He's just Sam Boyum's probably definitely more the better defensively, 100%. He's really, really good. His positional sense, heart on the sleeve, great at putting in tackles. But Boyum or Fairbaugh just going forward is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, I'd love to see Fairbaugh start again tomorrow. I think he deserves it. I love Gruev. I think Gruev is a great player. He definitely has a spot in this squad, but I just think it works a little bit better with Rotwell and Tanaka in there. Yeah. They were great again. So it's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of questions up in the air. Nanto getting his goal as well, lively when he came on. Ramazani, brilliant as well. It's a real head scratch. I can't see him dropping Dan James, because for me he's been player of the season now so far. So for me, Dan James is probably the most undroppable one in this squad, because he's just been absolutely brilliant, absolutely electric. You've Brendan Aronson as well. He's definitely not going to drop him. So good. And then I think he has to go with Pirro after getting his 2 goals. We'll probably go with Joseph now, because we always seem to go with one, and he'll always seem to kind of flip flop and change it up.
I'd go with
a couple of headaches in there for Daniel Farke tomorrow, isn't there?
I'd go Bogle. Obviously Rodon, and if Strike is, look, it's going to be Ampadu, let's be honest. Rodon, Ampadu, Fairbaugh, Rotwell, Tanaka. I'd actually like to see a change up here, lads. I really would. I'd like to see Ramazani and Nanto on the wings.
I don't think he can drop James, Dylan. I'd be very, very surprised if he drops James.
You know, if Matty is watching this, he's not going to like that word. He doesn't like that word drop.
I don't think he will. Then I think he's too good. He's given us too much, like his overall play, even apart from his goals and assists. Yeah. You see what he does, Dylan. You know, his tracking back. You know, his movement as well. He drags their defence all over the place. They're so worried about him and his speed, and you get him 1-on-1, he's beating any defender in this championship. So I think James has to start, and then Solomon's quality as well. Like, I think
he's not going to do this. This is me just being, I love the rotation outside of it.
Yeah, I know,
saving them
100%.
for
But
the
you
weekend.
kind of have to look forward then as well, Dylan. Like Saturday, we obviously have Millwall in the Cup, so that's probably in the back of his head that's the opportunity, to give them players run out. You're not those Ramazanis, your Joseph as well, for them to come in a little bit, experiment in the midfield. And probably see Gilavogi come in as well, etc. So yeah, we're gonna see a shake up from Millwall as well. So, and he doesn't really like to change a winning team, doesn't he? Unless it's kind of forced upon him, through injuries or through any kind of sort of suspensions. So I think it probably will be as is. You might see Gruev come in for Rotwell, probably just being away from home, just be that a little bit more defensive. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. But what a headache Daniel Farke has, Dylan. Like, this team is just absolutely remarkable.
Phenomenal. Pure phenomenal. Honestly, just pure power, commitment from most players anyway. I'm not going to say who's not committed, or it doesn't seem like they're committed anyway. But yeah, no, it's a good headache to have there, and it's that competition that I keep saying. I'm basing it off last season as well, solely relying on 3 or 4 individuals, and then obviously January came and we didn't get the players or the right squad in for that. We were short. That's the only fear that's in the back of my head now. Did we leave ourselves short in this window? But I don't think so. I genuinely think overall we have enough to get us across the line. And top, by the way, none of that second. I think Leeds are going to do it. I really, really do. Just looking at that sub, I keep saying it.
That fixture at Bramble Lane is that's a massive game, isn't it? I know it's a couple of games ahead, and it's always one of them, don't count your chickens before the hatch, but that game at Bramble Lane looks like a tasty fixture, and probably the Burnley one felt like the biggest one at the time, but now when this one's coming up, it really feels like that Sheffield United one, that's the game of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking like that anyway. And to be honest with you, I'd love to be at that. That would be a good one to be at. Just, I'd like to be at them all now at this stage. Sorry, I just have to sneeze.
Danny says here, Bogle on 8 cards, he's 2 away from a ban as well. And I think, Danny, does that mean if he gets 10 yellow cards, is that 3? Let us know. I think is it when you get 10 yellow cards, I think that's 3. Because I think when he was banned before, I think it might be a 3-game suspension. So we definitely have to watch out with Bogle, because Bogle's he's so good, Dylan. He's been so good, hasn't he? So consistent, and he was great again the weekend. I love the way he's after adding that versatility to his game, that he's not one-dimensional anymore, constantly kind of going down the wing, doing the overlap. He's cutting inside, he's able to play with the ball at his feet. He's outstanding.
He's so fit as well there, and up and back and forward, and you said it a few videos ago. It was only when you said it I kind of noticed it, and it's not that I didn't notice it of my own bat, in the sense of, I've never seen him do it. I have seen it, I just never, what'd you say, not expected it.
Yeah, it's 3-game ban.
It's
massive,
mad,
isn't it?
He doesn't just give you the overlap run, give and go. As you said, he inverts into the middle and gives it that, 3 in midfield kind of effect as well. That's what I love about him. Look, I'm just really loving him at the minute, lads. He's been, if anything, with every game that comes, he's getting better and better and better. Like, his rating is going up and up and up.
Yeah.
So, look, he's completely unearthly, undroppable.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, he's proved a lot since he has came here. Under the circumstances coming from Sheffield, the backlash that he got from that. Me and you keep laughing about it with Chris Wilder letting us all know, letting the whole world know that he was coming to Leeds. It was great, just felt good, hit in the stomach, really nice. And then, he wasn't phenomenal overall coming on, but now I see why we got him, because he's unbelievable.
Really good for actually. So
his dribbling.
Carl Hennessy says here, Dylan, Armstrong gone to West Brom on loan should have been a no-brainer for us lads. He can cover a 9 and a 10, and yeah, he's someone that's probably a lot to do with wages, Carl, but yeah, it's someone that I don't disagree with. Brilliant goal scorer, especially at championship level. We've seen at first hand what he did to us at Wembley. Really, really good player. And yeah, again, it feels like that we should have just went out and done something, Dylan, done that. And I just don't want it to come back. I don't want to look back at the end of the season and look back to this January window and go, why did we not just put our hands in our pockets and get it right? But look, it is what it is. We definitely have enough in the squad. No injuries at all. For me, we walk this league. We win this league 100%. But yeah, it would have been nice just a little bit of cover there.
Because as Farke did mention it in his presser, would it be fair, because we are top and he's saying that he trusts his players, which I agree to a certain degree.
Oh, 100%, you have to.
But would it be fair to say that the 49ers are possibly using the money in the summer window when we do go up? But also, for us as fans, having that deal, going, well, what if you don't get up? Like, what are you going to do then? you're going to sack Farke when theoretically he's been crying out for a striker, a centre back, and a 10. Not, giving much away and not making a big deal. He says it himself, I'll just get on with it, more or less. But it just seems like they're leaving that man a little bit short as well if Leeds don't get promoted. And that's what kind of.
I think he's more than enough though, Deloitte. I don't want it to be an excuse for Farke. I don't want Farke to come around and go, well, we didn't get promoted because he said a number 10 in January and a number 10 in the summer window. Like, he's more than enough, Dylan. He really, really does have more than enough in the squad to do it. There's some brilliant players, talented players, probably Premier League level players, Dylan, if we're actually being honest with ourselves, that can go up there. Yeah. Like I said, maybe it is just a thing that the 49ers are looking forward to the summer, probably fairly confident in the squad that they can get promoted and probably have one eye in the Premier League, kind of saying, yeah, we can go for X, Y, and Z, there's no point to spending it here. And Farke's not a stupid man, Dylan, and it's one of them where whatever's being offered, when we talk about Armstrong and Archer and all these players in Ben Shiva earlier in the window was linked to us, it's obviously stuff that he's looked at and said, look, is he right for the squad to come in? And like what he said, and I agree with him with the three things that he says, they need to be quality. If you're bringing them into this team, like, how do you really get better on being forced in this, like forcing the league? Has to be a really, really good player to improve in this team. You obviously have to have the character as well to come into the squad. You don't want to upset that dressing room because it's flying. They look like a very, together group. We seen it there after the game, how they were all huddling in straight away when they were scoring goals. They're all bigging each other up. They're light for each other. You seen, the smile on Farke's face when you see an our match day vlog when Nanto scores. He was absolutely delighted for him. And it was probably the only player.
The whole team.
We're all over to Nanto. So there's a big togetherness for me in this team, and then obviously the financial side of it then as well. So all the stars kind of do need to align to bring a player in. And look, it just hasn't in this window. And I just hope it doesn't come back to bite us in the arse. But we should have more than enough to get out of this division 100%. And let's hope then the 49ers have massive plans for the summer. But we're talking about Ellen Road being redeveloped, going back to the Premier League then with massive financial back and be able to kind of spend more. So that's the monkey off the back then as well with that one as well. So it's imperative Leeds get out of this division, Dylan. For me this season, I don't even want to think about the ifs, buts and maybes. We just have to just get out of this division. But we're going in the right direction. And right now in this moment of time, I feel like we're probably hitting our best form. We've been, if you look back through all of our videos or any other content creator videos, they're always going to say, no, we're in second gear. We haven't got out of second gear. I really felt like the weekend, we banged it straight into 5. We were first class. And I just hope now that's it. That's us, that's us, kind of hitting our form now. Like that, all the stars have aligned, all the players, are fully fit, they're firing, they're up to speed. And we usually kind of see this with Farke's sides, especially, we seen it last season, the turn of the year, outstanding when we went on that run. Norwich as well, there's 2 seasons, but Norwich, we seen them at the turn of the year. They literally just, put the accelerator down and, they fly to the finish line. So I'm hoping very much it's going to be like that again this season. I really, really do. And big test tomorrow against Coventry. If we win that, that's a massive statement to the league. Massive statement. So, yeah, interesting game tomorrow.
Just hoping to see other teams drop points. I just see there John Redmond has put up 1-0 to Burnley, the 2 points behind us.
Yeah. So, still tight. Still tight. This championship is like you go in 7-0, you think it's great, but still only 2 points behind, which is one match. Sean McIntyre says, I think the 10 yellow card rule is up after next week, which is really good. That's good. So let's hope Bogle can be on his best behaviour. My scorers for tomorrow is Bogle and DJ. Not a bad shout. Very good right hand side we have for Leeds United. We were offered him, and Farke and the 49ers said no. Is that true, Danny? Yeah. Didn't know that. I didn't know that he said no to the Armstrong. There's obviously a reason there why he said no. They obviously felt like they had enough. Arthur says Armstrong is no good, so is Archer. I think there's decent players in there. They could have added something to this squad for me. I'm sure that the yellow cards is March before it ends. I'm not too sure, Danny. I'm gonna have to check that one up after this. Let's just hope Bogle, to miss Bogle for 3 games would be massive, Dylan, wouldn't it? You'd have Boyum that come in and do a job, but just the way Bogle is playing at the minute, he'd be a massive.
Bogle has the most yellow cards, to be honest with you.
I think he does.
If I read it, I looked it up somewhere earlier on. Yeah, I'm 90% sure. Someone wants to confirm my sources for me.
Good point, Sean. Good point, Sean from Wilco White says he trusts his player except Smith. Poor old Isaac Smith not getting a look in whatsoever.
Nothing.
Whatsoever, but that is true. Richo66 says, evening guys, evening Richo, hope you're keeping well, pal. Thanks for popping in. Burnley won full time, 2 points behind us now. It's this championship, man. The most exciting league in the world, but when you're in it and you're Leeds United and you're right in the centre of it, it's not. Very nerve wracking. On Saturday we just go out of neutral. Yeah, 100%, Danny. Yeah, look, it's. I would like to see us go on a cup run, but I think if we get better, it's not detrimental. But it'd be nice just because it's Millwall, isn't it? Allowed just to beat Millwall and kind of put them out and keep the train rolling. And I'd love to get to Wembley. Imagine like a semi-final. Leeds going to a semi-final at Wembley would just be class. Would love to see that.
It would be class, actually. To be fair, getting goosebumps now in the old stomach thinking about it. If I'm being honest, not for the right reasons in a playoff final, but certainly in an FA Cup draw. Yeah, I'd be all over it. Great day, yeah, wouldn't it? Just imagine the amount of points alone. Serious, wouldn't it? Serious.
Millwall's always good. Like they'd be up for it as well. Like I remember, what's one Millwall game? It was actually I think it was when Pablo. Remember? Yeah, Pablo scored in the last minute. I think we were 2-0 down. Ailen scored the header, and Pablo was right behind the goal in the south stand as well. And yeah, just what a day that was. And yeah, real kind of like tense kind of feeling around Leeds that day. Seeing Millwall kind of roll into town and stuff like that. But just a juicy out fixture. But I'd love to kind of to beat them, get into the next round and like after that. I don't want it to kind of hamper our, a league form. But saying that, then we still have the quality players, like that in your Ramazanis, Nantos, your Grueves who hasn't really been playing much as well. Your Smiths who's not getting a run out. Your Josephs, like they're them players, still good players and can still do damage.
Quality, yeah, no, agree. I completely agree. That'd be nice though, wouldn't it? As well, at the start of the season, I was kind of like, no, I'm not really worried about the cup. I'm solely concentrating on the championship. But after that 7-0 win, I'm kind of saying, well, geez, lads, I think we could play anyone at this stage. If we play that way, I don't necessarily say we have to go out and win 7-0 against Man City, but I mean, we definitely put it up to them, especially now because they're in bad form at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. There's even talks about Pep getting the sack, which is mental, isn't it? Who would ever thought that Pep would... I don't know, but think about it. Danny Talk Sports says here, Armstrong was on 60k at Southampton and Archer was about the same and the Saints wanted us to pay full wages. Yeah, no chance. Not paying them wages in the Championship, Dylan. I think, look, what's Bamford on? Bamford's already on 35, 40 a week. Just no way you're paying them wages, are you? No chance.
They'll pay me if they want.
Yeah, 100%.
Something else in there.
Dillo, let's go for the match day predictions tomorrow. What are we thinking?
4-2 to Leeds.
Wow, another high scoring game.
Yeah.
Think we can see 2 as well?
4-1.
No, don't change your mind. So 4-2, right, goal scores.
Pirro, James, Tanaka, Bogle.
Nice goal scores. Danny Talksport is saying he's going 2-1. 2-1 and be a tight game. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds. I think they'll probably get the first goal. But then I think again our quality will just come back into with the options off the bench as well that can come on and make the difference in this game. So I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go Nanto again and Pirro with 2. I'd love that. Love Pirro to get another 2. Just to keep that show on the road, keep scoring goals, keep that confidence flowing for him, and then Nanto as well. Because we said it when we spoke about Nanto in depth, Dylan, a couple of weeks ago, and he was kind of being wrote off by a lot of Leeds fans. Who was kind of saying it's going to come good with Nanto. We just need to stick by him, and yeah, just if we can get him fit and firing, as his flying best, Nanto's a real asset in this league, 100%. So I'd love to see that.
I hope.
Go ahead. Sorry, Dol.
I hope someone puts in the chat like something mad like 5-0. They just smash Coventry 5-0.
Well, this is if you remember Wayne Dylan in our last match build up ahead of Cardiff. Wayne didn't give a match prediction, but he said 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. Like the whole I did like loads of different predictions, and he
do that again, Wayne. Really?
But he didn't get it right. He didn't go as far as 7, so he says I'm refusing to predict the score. You have to, Wayne, because the last time you tried to predict it, look what we done. So yeah, you just feel free to write in any score you want, buddy.
Say 10-0, Wayne. Go on, say 10-0.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that again. 100%. I'll take that again. Jam says 3-1 Leeds and Fat Frank crying on the sidelines. Inject. Oh, imagine like something like controversial happens. Even a 2-1. Imagine it's 1-1. Leeds get like a last minute penalty, that's definitely not a penalty. Like the biggest dive ever by Brendan Aronson. We score and win 2-1. Imagine Frank Lampard, the tears would just be, yeah, I'd love it. Or like an offside goal or something like that. That would just be class. Wayne's going 3-1 Leeds. And Jay Mountain is going 3-0 Leeds. Yeah, some big results. So confidence, and why wouldn't they be confident, Dylan, after a 7-0 win? They're bound to be flowing, isn't it?
I think we should all be confident. I think Farke should be confident. I think even down to Melier, lads.
Yeah.
And he made a good save as well, to be fair, against Cardiff. I have to give him praise for that.
Yeah,
just nothing but confidence going into this. Nothing but.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, has to be a win for me tomorrow. Look, lads, I think we'll wrap it up there. That's it there for the match build-up. We are back tomorrow at 7:30 for the watch-along against Coventry City. Hopefully against Frank Lampard with a head and hands and crying. That would be a nice one. And do go check it out. We put out an only OLB Reacts earlier on today, a new segment on the channel where we react to everything Leeds United. That one is a 7-0 win against Southampton back in 1972. It is something that we're going to be doing probably once a week going forward. It'd be all different situations, from all Leeds games, interviews, transfers, anything in the world of Leeds United. We be reacting on it. But we enjoyed doing that one yesterday, Dylan, didn't we? With some laugh watching that.
Some crack watching that one, alright. Yeah. That was just no filters whatsoever. We couldn't be as professional as we look today.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a good bit of crack. I had to say, I enjoyed that one.
We enjoyed that, yeah. So keep an eye out for the OLB reaction. It is something that we want to do going forward. It's something that now our Leeds content creator does, reacting to Leeds United stuff. So something a little bit different to kind of pin your eyes on. Lads, look at that's it. Oh, we get the last couple of comments in. Just about to wrap up there. John Redmond, absolutely love that, John. Danny says, watch the reacts today. Dillo gushing over the passing was, some of the passing was just unbelievable.
That's Johnny Joy.
Johnny
you know what?
Joy.
Go and watch it. Go and watch it.
Yeah, Johnny Joy is just, at the end of the game, just completely just taking the piss out of Southampton. Like, the keep uppies, the flicks, the tricks. Like, Leeds were the team that made tiki-taka, not Barcelona, because what a side. And if you live through that era and seeing that era, I'm so jealous because, just unbelievable. Middlesbrough, Blackburn brought in a lot of players, both lost. Yeah, look, that's the way of the world out there, isn't it? You can predict these things, and sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong, and it's one of them. And it's the Championship as well, isn't it? The Championship is just the most unpredictable league in the world for me. Dillo, anything else before we wrap it up and say goodnight to these lovely people?
Love yous all. Love yous all. Yeah, I agree with Jamie there. I wish I had a time machine.
That's it, yeah. So, Jam says, wish we had a time machine, lads, to go back and watch that. Yeah, even just once, Jamie, would just be unbelievable, wouldn't it? I'd love to go back. Here's a question actually for you and everyone in the chat, just before we go, because it just hit me. If there's one Leeds United game you could go back and watch and be at, what would it be?
I'm thinking of that one myself now, for being honest with you. God darn, you have to put one right on the tongue there now for me. My head's breaking now about that. I'm going to say this just because I can't think of, not necessarily I can't think of a whole lot, but it was the first one that came to my mind. I don't know why. When I was in school, I got a lot of stick, obviously, for being a Leeds fan.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say...
Even if you could be at any game that you weren't at. Like, you could just be at a game.
I'm going to say the 1-0 when we knock Scum out of the FA Cup. And the only reason being is because the stick I got before that game, like how we're Leeds in an FA Cup draw, going back in, and I remember I got asked to leave the classroom, not detention, but I got asked to leave the classroom because I hadn't got my uniform on, because I went in with my Leeds jersey on to prove to everyone. And that's what made it that made it that little bit better, and it was well worth it.
Yeah, class. I'd probably have two, and I can't decide between them. Was obviously probably the 4-3 against Liverpool, the Mark Viduka 4 goals. Would have loved to see that game live, or either Don Matteo at the San Siro 1-0. Either one of them I can't pick. Yeah, probably the San Siro one just because of the Champions League. But that Viduka one, I watched that back time and time again. That would have been class. But yeah, either one of them. Danny says here, it would be your Bo's goal against Liverpool. Yeah, imagine being right behind that in the cup. That would have been unbelievable. Your Bo's 2 versus Scum. Yeah, was that Christmas Eve, John? I think that was Christmas Eve. I think that was like the only fixture or something played on. I think Chelsea played Christmas Eve this year, but before that was the only fixture ever played on Christmas Eve. Leeds versus QPR 1994, and sure of the year Rod Wallace goal. It's great to hear people's different opinions in this. It wasn't at the Liverpool game with your Bo But was at Old Trafford for the Beckford one. Oh, class. Absolutely class. Absolutely love it. Lads, look, we leave it there. Thanks very much for tuning in to Only Leeds Bros. On your way out, please slap a like on the video. Hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We will be back tomorrow for our match watch along, so hopefully see Leeds pick up 3 points. Then we'll have our match reaction then the following day with a couple of guests on that one to be confirmed on that one. And then we'll be doing another OLB reacts. So, yeah, busy channel. It's all go, go, go. And then we look ahead to Millwall. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, just see Jamie put up a comment there.
Jamie's one said, yeah, we did last one before we read it out. Would have been when we beat Brighton 2-0 at home. Chris Wood on fire. Great memories with my cousin who sadly passed from cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jamie. So sorry to hear that, buddy. Don't mean to bring the mood down. So sorry to hear that, buddy. But look, you always have that memory for life. And yeah, look on Chris Wood on that game with pure fondness. So yeah, sorry to hear that, Jamie. And yeah, thoughts are with you, buddy. Lads, look, that's it for Only Leeds Bros. We'll keep going. The train never stops. We'll chat you all again soon. Have a good night. Mind yourselves and mind each other.